People are born not to vanish like an anonymous grain of sand. They are born to leave their mark on the earth, to imprint it in the hearts of others. On the journey of life, there are footsteps that seem meaningless, yet etched deeply into the memory of time. People are born not just to breathe, to pass through life quietly like a fleeting breeze. Each person is a small flame, perhaps not as radiant as the sun, but enough to warm a corner of the dark night. We come into this world to leave something behind: a smile, a kind act, or simply a sense of peace in someone's heart when they remember us. That mark doesn't need to be grand, just sincere, for it is from those small things that life becomes meaningful. Don't fear being ordinary. Don't think your presence doesn't matter, because even a single grain of sand contributes to the vast beach, and a drop of water can reflect the sunlight. Live in such a way that when you pass through, the world becomes a little better, even if just a little. But it's your mark, from a soul that lived fully and with love. Don't hide your love and tenderness until you depart this life. Make your life full of sweetness. Speak words of affection while you can still hear and your heart still stirs. Life waits for no one, nor does it schedule the final moments. So, don't let love lie dormant in your heart like a flower that never blooms. Let it spread its fragrance while there's still wind, while your heart still knows how to quiver. At a smile, a glance, or a warm embrace, love is not something to hoard, but to give away. Say thank you, I'm sorry, I love you right when you can, because there are people, there are moments that once missed, you'll never encounter again. Don't wait until there's only silence to convey what was left unsaid. Live so that each day is steeped in sweetness, not the sweetness of words, but the sweetness of a genuine heart. A gentle gesture, a sharing glance, or simply your presence is enough to make this world a little softer. When you know how to love, when you dare to speak kind words from the depths of your heart, life will return to you an unexpected warmth. For love, when given, comes back deeper, richer, and more beautiful than ever. Sincerity is the most beautiful thing you can give to someone. Truth, trust, friendship, and love all depend on it. In a world full of noise and pretense, sincerity is like a fresh breeze on a sweltering day. It doesn't show off, doesn't need embellishment, but it's enough to make another's heart feel the honesty, warmth, and peace. When we are sincere, we don't need to try to please. Just live true to what we think. Speak true to what we feel. That simplicity is what makes others trust, cherish, and bond. For people, no matter how strong, deep down, always crave to be treated with a true heart. Sincerity is the root of all good things. It is the foundation for truth to be valued, trust to be nurtured, friendship to endure, and love to become profound. A word from the heart has more power than 1,000 cleverly arranged sentences. Live and give with sincerity, not to receive in return, but because that is the most beautiful essence of humanity. When you treat others with true heart, you not only create lasting relationships, but also make the world around you lighter, kinder. You can't live without making mistakes unless you're cautious to the extreme. But in doing so, you've invisibly made a mistake already. Life isn't a pre-drawn journey with perfect steps. It's a rugged path where each fall, each mistake is a milestone, marking that you've lived, tried, and learned something. Mistakes aren't scary. The scary thing is not daring to try for fear of being wrong, because when you're too cautious, avoiding every risk, you're trapping yourself in the safe cage of fear. And in that cage, dreams can't fly and the heart can't grow. Remember, successful people aren't those who never err, but those who draw lessons from every stumble. Each failure is a brick to build success, each mistake a step closer to understanding and wisdom. So, don't fear when you misstep. Smile at the mistake, for it's teaching you how to live truly, live bravely, and live worthy of your journey. I always fly in the direction others fly. This time, I'll fly the path I've chosen. There are moments in life when we suddenly realize we've walked too long on someone else's path, doing what society expects, living by standards set by others, and forgetting our own dreams. We think that's safe, that's right, but deep in our hearts, there's a small voice. This isn't me. Sometimes, to find ourselves, we must dare to turn, even if the path is rough, even if no one walks with us. For freedom isn't flying the highest, but flying in the direction you choose. A bird is truly happy only when spreading its wings in its own sky, not someone else's sky. And so, after years chasing distant shadows, we pause, take a deep breath, and start anew this time, not for anyone else, but for ourselves. We may fly slow, fly low, but each wing beat carries the pride of a soul set free. Don't live as someone else's shadow. Dare to choose, dare to err, and dare to live for yourself. For only when flying with your own wings do you truly touch the sky of happiness. A man who willingly pursues everything for you may not truly love you because what he pursues may not truly belong to you. A man who willingly gives up everything for you is the one who truly loves you because what he abandons are the most practical things tied to his life. There are men ready to cross mountains and rivers, pour out all their effort just to win a woman. But when the conquest ends, that flame suddenly extinguishes. For what he pursued wasn't love, but the feeling of victory, the sensation of possessing something seemingly unattainable. True love doesn't need noise, doesn't need show. It doesn't lie in how much he does for you, but in how he treats you after he has your heart. A man who truly loves doesn't chase glamour, but stays patiently, cares quietly, and makes you feel peaceful rather than anxious. People may pursue out of passion, pride, or desire to conquer, but only sincere love makes them stay when things are no longer easy, when there's nothing left to prove except true attachment. Perhaps one must go through youth to understand how selfishly we live during that time. Sometimes I think the reason love must take such a large circle, pay such a high price, is because it comes at the wrong time. When we have love, we lack wisdom. When we have enough wisdom, we no longer have the strength to love a pure love. We believe that love alone is enough, that love can overcome everything. But because we believe too much, are too intoxicated, we easily hurt and lose. By the time teaches us to love with reason, with calm and forgiveness, the heart has learned to fear. Fear hurt, fear loss, fear starting over. Then we can say the right words, but no longer have the emotion to say them from the heart. Life is strange. When we have love, we lack wisdom. When we have wisdom, we lose the innocence to love truly. Perhaps that's why first loves are always remembered, not because they're perfect, but because they're the last time we love without thinking. Life isn't like movies. There aren't that many chance encounters. Life isn't like films, because out there, no one writes the script for us. No romantic scenes, no sparkling lights, and certainly not many reunions at the right time, right place, as if fated. In this vast world, one misstep can mean forever. Sometimes, just a bit of hesitation, a moment of silence, and we lose the chance to meet the one we love again. And when we realize everything has passed like the wind, leaving only what-ifs in the heart. Movies can be rewound, but life cannot. Movies have happy endings, but we must write our own conclusions. So, don't wait for coincidences. Create your own moments. Speak when you can speak, meet when you can meet, and love while the heart still knows how to stir. Don't let hesitation turn into regret, for in real life, chance encounters are rare gifts, not frequent miracles. I tell myself that I need to live authentically, no matter how others look at me. Even if the whole world denies me, I still have myself believing in me. In a world full of scrutinizing eyes, living authentically sometimes feels like going against the current. People may misunderstand, may judge, may turn away, but as long as you still believe in yourself, you're on the right path. Authenticity doesn't mean perfection, but daring to live true to your emotions, thoughts, and values. You may be different, may be seen as strange, but that difference is your mark. What makes you you, rather than a copy of anyone else? Sometimes, the whole world may not understand you, but don't let yourself turn away from you too. For losing faith in yourself is losing the guiding light in the dark. Just be sincere. Just be yourself, even if no one applauds, even if no one agrees. Time will prove that truth and authenticity always hold value beyond all prejudices. Believing that you can do something means you've already gone halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. In the journey to reach dreams, the first step is always belief. Belief is like a torch, lighting up the darkness, guiding us through doubt, fear, and denials from others. When you believe you can, your mind will find a way, your heart won't give up, and your feet will keep moving forward, no matter how rough the road. Conversely, if you don't believe, all efforts become meaningless. For a soul flooded with doubt can't create greatness. Failure doesn't start with action, but in thought. Belief isn't illusion, but inner strength that helps people go beyond their limits. It doesn't guarantee success, but certainly without belief, you can't go anywhere. Believe in yourself, even if others haven't yet, for if you dare to believe, you've touched half of success. Belief is the seed, and all miracles are the flowers blooming from it. Don't compare yourself to anyone in this world. If you do so, it means you're insulting yourself, Bill Gates. Perhaps in life, nothing makes people lose themselves faster than comparing themselves to others. When we look at others' success and ask, why can they do it and not me? We've unwittingly placed the measure of happiness and self-worth in others' hands. Each person is a unique melody with low notes, high notes, sometimes slow, sometimes vibrant. Comparing yourself to someone is like forcing a classical piece to have a rock rhythm, stifling the most beautiful melody within us. The truth is, each has their own path, own rhythm, and own time to bloom. A sunflower doesn't need to become a rose to shine. It just needs to turn to the sun and bloom in its own way. When we stop comparing, we start appreciating ourselves, appreciating the journey, both the stumbles and the small daily efforts. And in that moment, we stop insulting ourselves and begin to love, nurture, and grow ourselves as a better version of yesterday. Remember, your value doesn't lie in resembling anyone, but in the fact that no one can resemble you. No situation is hopeless. Only people who become hopeless because of the situation. In reality, no circumstance is ever strong enough to defeat a person if within them there's still a spark of belief. People become hopeless not because of true deadlock, but because they've extinguished the light in their own soul. They see the wall and forget that, just by stepping in another direction, the path is still there. Meanwhile, the resilient look at the same circumstance and say, "I'll get through this." That difference in perspective creates winners and the fallen. So, remember, circumstances are just a mirror reflecting your inner strength. If you're strong, the mirror shows power. If you're weak, it only reflects fear. And when we learn to stand firm in the storm, we realize nothing is truly hopeless, only minds that need to be lit once more. Don't fear circumstances. Fear losing faith in yourself. For with faith, every mountain can be crossed. Start where you stand. Use what you have. Do what you can, Arthur Ashe. Many people hesitate forever because they wait for conditions to become perfect. Wait for enough money, enough time, enough skills, or enough confidence. But perfection is an illusion, while now is the moment that truly exists. That's why this saying is like a wake-up bell, reminding us, you don't need everything to start. You just need to start. Start where you stand, meaning don't belittle the present, no matter how small or lacking it is. For that place is the starting line of every great journey. Use what you have sometimes, just a small idea, a heart full of passion, or diligent hands. But when used fully, it becomes the foundation of success. And finally, do what you can, for action, no matter how small, is always stronger than 1,000 unstarted intentions. Like a seed rooting in dry soil, needing just a bit of sun, a bit of water, and belief that it will grow it, reaches up to become a green tree. People are the same. Just dare to start, and every path can open. A day without laughter is a day wasted. Charlie Chaplin. Amid the busyness of life, sometimes we chase success so relentlessly, fame or distant goals, that we forget a simple thing. Joy is what gives value to each day. This saying is like a warm smile amid gloomy days, reminding us that happiness isn't always at the destination, but in the small moments where we know how to smile. Laughter is the common language of humanity. No need for translation, no conditions, just true emotion. It can bridge gaps between stranger souls, soothe pains that seem inconsolable. A smile can heal a weary heart, brighten a long, dark day, and make us realize, though life isn't perfect, we can still choose to live optimistically and love life. Perhaps a day without laughter is a day we let worries overtake our soul. But when we know how to laugh, even just a light smile, we're telling life, I'm still okay, I'm still grateful, I'm still living. Don't let a day pass without laughter, for in laughter, there's the power of hope, of faith, and of life. Happiness or suffering, sooner or later, everyone must taste, because that's fate. Must learn to accept in order to grow up. No one can choose only happiness and avoid suffering, for it's the shards of hurt that carve the shape of maturity. This saying is a gentle but profound message. Life isn't for escaping, but for learning to embrace. Happiness makes us grateful, while suffering makes us think deeply. Each sorrow, each fall is a lesson from fate, a test to see if we dare to stand and move forward. Accepting doesn't mean giving up, but understanding that everything exists for a reason. Just as rain doesn't come to punish the sky, but to wash away dust and refresh the earth. Pain comes to clarify the human soul. When we learn to smile in the storm, we no longer fear, for we know that after each shatter is a time to grow stronger, more resilient, and wiser about life.